Two. Oh, one.
Folks, how you doing? We back with another hit show. I got some great artists in the house tonight. Well, you always know that when you tune into the Actors Cut, you getting the best of the best. I'm not bringing no less. Look, I rhymed and I ain't even mean to. I ain't even mean to bust a rhyme like that. It just happened. You know who I am. I'm Hubert Guy. I'm your host. I'm the host here of the Actors Cut, and I would like to introduce HERSTORY to my show tonight. We're going to talk to them. We're going to talk about their music. We're going to talk about, you know, their inspirations, how they came up, and really get to know them because, as you know, this is what the Actors Cut is all about. So let's start right here. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the viewing audience?
Hello, audience. I'm a little sick. My name is Tiziana, and I am one half of HERSTORY.
Yes, and I'm Chantel. I'm the other half of HERSTORY.
We look like polar opposites right now because her hair looks all poofy
I'm
and
the
curly, and I'm like this straight.
curly. She's
Yeah.
the sleek.
It's all right.
all
That's
like-
that's what makes y'all y'all.
We did that on purpose.
Exactly.
Did we?
I don't know.
Maybe I was just too lazy to do my hair.
I was just too lazy to do my hair too. Let's be real. But hi.
It happens. It's
Yes.
New York hair days. It happens. You know, you be so busy, you just be like, you know what? I'm gonna throw a hat on and call it a day.
Yes.
And it's
Hello.
already 9 o'clock in the morning, and the day is called. So let's get into your music. I met them. Thank you to my friend Carrie D. Singleton. He always hooks me
Yes.
up
Carrie.
with great people. You know, he's a big award winner for a show, documentary, and everything. And he introduced me to these young ladies. He called me, and I never met you, and I never heard anything. But Carrie said, listen, I got these girls that I want you to have on your show. And I said, done. And here they are, you
Like
know?
magic.
Yeah, here they are.
No, it's an honor to be here, honestly.
I thank you.
It's always good to have a platform to speak about your music and your passions and what we love to do.
And then also
So-
it feels great when we didn't have to like actually do it. Like somebody else actually liked us and believed in us enough.
Right.
They're like, oh no, you
Right.
gotta come.
Yeah.
Right,
You know,
right.
that word of mouth type of thing.
That's a good feeling. It's a
Mhm.
great feeling.
Absolutely.
Well, you ladies, you have a great project that you're working on and great music. So let's let's get into your backgrounds.
Okay.
We from Uruguay and the Dominican Republic, and now here in the United States, and y'all met in college, and so let's go from there. Let's talk about, you know, some of your inspirations, what you got started in music doing, who you came up listening to, and so forth, and how it led to that moment.
All right. Well, I was always inspired by Mary J. Blige, Michael Jackson. My sister always had me listening to like the greatest, and I always was a creative writer. I used to love to write music, but I honestly closed down for a little while after not believing in myself. But after I met her, it's like she got me out of my shell. She
Right.
got me to sing with her friends. We used to sing covers and post them, and then eventually we created HERSTORY that way.
Right.
I mean, it's pretty much like our relationship is her story.
Right. Right.
Like everything you get in her story, like all of our music and everything, it's pretty much our relationship. We evolved as her story as we evolved in our relationship.
Right, right. And how did you get into music, and who were some of your influences that you grew up listening to?
Well, I got into music, like I always loved as a kid to just sing and try to like imitate other people. And then when I was in high school, I taught myself guitar and piano. So then I started really, you know, that's kind of, you would say, that's how I taught myself to sing. Because it's like I was playing all these songs that I really liked. And growing up, I like a little bit of everything. Especially because I play instruments. It's like anything that sounds good, like I want to learn it, I want to play it. One thing I guess I would say is that for us, what really, I guess the time we both realized, like, oh my God, like I want to really be with this person was because of music. I remember we were in my car and we were getting to know each other and we're talking about like music that we're into. And she started speaking about Spanish singers that, you know, it would be more like older generations that actually listen to these type of singers. So, but I love them and she loves them. So when I'm like, you like the music that I like? Because if I told, for example, somebody my age, especially if they were raised in New York, like, you know, I like, for example, Alejandro Sanz, most of them would be like, who is that? But she loves him and I love him. So we bond, like, just knowing that she liked that type of music,
Right.
it made us both, like, really get into each other.
Right.
So.
And that's a good segue because, like how we were talking before we started rolling, you know, about, you know, how the industry wants to label you in a certain genre,
Yeah.
but you guys are very versatile in your music. So let's talk about that, and let's talk about not limiting yourself to, you know, being in one certain group.
It's funny when you say versatile because me and one of my best friends, we used to have a little group, a little singing group, because prior to me stopping myself from singing all that stuff, me and my friend used to go to like auditions and we would sing together and all that stuff, and we called ourselves Versatile because of the fact
I didn't know
that,
Very nice.
yeah, because of the fact
I learned
that
something today.
you learned something new, but I came up with that name because of the fact that I never wanted to be labeled as one specific thing. So
Right.
now that I'm in this duo with her, it's true, like, I don't want to be put in a box. We don't like to be put in just one box because music in general is a language. Like,
Yes.
everybody
Yes.
connects
Yes.
through music, no matter if it's Chinese, Korean, like, I'll still dance to that shit. So you still connect to a key, to a note, to a piano. Like, you don't even need lyrics sometimes to connect to music. It's such a universal language. So for us to be put into a box and just be put as just one specific thing is limiting our creativity.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially
right.
as a writer, when sometimes I just wake up and want to write a dance song. Sometimes I want to write a ballad or a Spanish song. I don't want to be limited, and neither does she, because we've been raised with all types of music. So.
Like, you know, we had to come to an agreement within ourselves first, because even just with us, like, she has a specific, like, she's very much R&B and soul, so that's what she feels comfortable with. That's like her comfort zone, and I'm more like rock, pop type of stuff. So whenever, like, we would butt heads a lot, obviously, especially if we're dating each other and also doing music together, you know. We were butting heads a lot because I would want her to try certain things and she didn't feel comfortable with it, and then I wanted to try certain things because sometimes when, like, if let's say we did mainly just R&B, like, just to go with what she feels comfortable with, I will feel deprived in a way. And vice versa, if we did more rock and pop, she would feel deprived in a way. So we're trying to find that happy medium between what works for the both of us, where she feels creatively satisfied and I feel creatively satisfied.
Like we were telling you off camera, we are slowly finding our sound. So in each and every song that we create, it's like we pick up a different sound, and oh, this kind of works with us, or oh, that might work. So we evolve as artists. We evolve ourselves.
We've been working the EP for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And we keep like we have a song book where we keep track of everything, and like we have like lists of like, oh, this is the set list, or the list
5 of them now.
Yeah,
Probably
like
more.
probably more. Like every couple of months, we're like, all right, these are gonna be the 6 songs.
At the end of the day, we're just 2 females that can't like decide.
Well, you know what? Just start releasing your music. You know,
Yeah.
do a nice little EP and then follow it up with something else.
Yeah.
And you know what like I like the two of the backgrounds that y'all have. Like, I'm really excited about, you know, hearing the EP coming up and more music, because, you know, I follow y'all and I listen to all of y'all stuff.
Thank
but
you.
And I know with, you know, with the different backgrounds that y'all have, that y'all really gonna make some crazy, like some R&B, rock, you know, alternative type. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, music is universal. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, those Bollywood songs, when they come on, those people in India, oh man, I'd be grooving to them songs. I'd be like, I mean, like music, like once you get that feeling inside you and you start producing, like I said, music can bring everybody together. Music and sports. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You will throw it. It doesn't matter how racist you are or whatever, what you don't like. Everybody has that song. It's one song that everybody in the world likes, all different colors. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't even matter who the artist is or what it is. It's just it's music, and I understand how your passion and your love is for music, because, you know, I do music myself. So, you know, I can understand when you don't want to be put in a certain box
Right.
when you want to go ahead and express your creativity the way that you know how to and the way that you want to.
Yeah.
And you know, that's just what going ahead and keep doing what y'all doing right now and writing new music and inventing new sounds, and you know what I'm saying, those new sounds, that's what people like to hear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear the same old. They want to hear, oh man, this is different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Start off with some R&B and switch it into some pop, you know, that like
Yeah.
nobody's really, you know what I'm saying? So what you two have is brilliant and it's good, and I like the formula. You know, I like what y'all working on. So tell the people like some of the stuff that you've been in and so forth, like different shows and so forth, and where we got the videos coming up. You shot
Well,
several
yeah.
videos. Let's talk
We
about your
shot,
videos.
Well, we don't have that much material. That's another reason why we're being so meticulous with the EP.
Oh, so
because-
people is ready. So people is ready then.
Yeah.
It's ready,
And it's
yeah.
also, you know, first impressions go a long way.
Yes.
So, you know, our first official project, like, you know, with everything, we want to make sure it's something that we're both pleased with.
Right.
So we came out with our first single next month. It makes a year. It's called Get With You. The video itself is on YouTube, and then you can also get everything on Spotify, iTunes. And then recently we dropped our second single, which is Fancy Cars, which I believe, I
It's
think you saw
Carrie's
the
favorite.
video. Yeah, that's Carrie's favorite. If I can quote him, he's like, I listened to it while I was naked. Like he likes to air dry.
Yeah.
So right,
Carrie's
before,
crazy.
Had that video.
right before
This
we
should be
went to
Carrie's
his
crazy
show,
radio show corner.
yes,
Yeah.
he's like, right before, like the day of the show, he's like, I was listening to it this morning. I was drying up naked, you know. But yeah, he loves it, and that's, you know,
He said it was very like old school, very like throwback of like Janet Jackson and stuff like that. And
Because you know Carrie's in love with Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
He is like the biggest Janet Jackson fan ever.
Yes.
And Carrie also has a very good ear for music too. He knows good music.
We connect in that level because
Yes.
he likes the same type of music that I was raised with. So he kind of connected to it when he listened to Fancy Cars, which means a lot because I was inspired by Janet Jackson and Lauryn Hill when I wrote that song and all that. So it's cool to see other people that are outside of my head see my vision
Right.
and my creativity.
Right.
So yeah.
So who are some of the people out now today that you like creativity? It doesn't even have to be a
Right
singer. It could be a writer. It could be a producer. Like,
Ooh.
who do you like,
that's a lot.
and who would y'all like to work with? You know what I'm saying? Let's put that out
Recently,
there.
We actually went to the Jessie J concert,
Yes.
which she got me to go because I've never seen her live, and she really inspired me when she
She sets
performed.
the standard high.
She has an
She
amazing
does.
voice, and I love her quality of writing. Kiana Lady, who was also part of the show, she did an outstanding job, and I love her. She's outstanding.
Yeah.
I love everything she writes, everything she came out with. Her whole album is amazing. She loves Bruno Mars right now. I know that.
Well, yeah, I've always loved Bruno because
Yeah.
He's a great artist.
I appreciate people for different things. Like obviously somebody like Jessie J, even though now Jessie J is in a different category for
Yeah.
me, because now that I've seen her live twice, I put her up there like as one of the great
the best.
performers. Because not only can she sing amazing, but she puts on a great show.
And that's important.
Yes. Celine Dion, obviously. Like her, I don't know if you knew, but she recorded, like she didn't want to record My Heart Will Go On. And she just did a demo. And all that whole song we love and hear was recorded on one take.
Wow.
Like that woman is on another level.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I appreciate people like Bruno because not only can he sing and like he's a performer, you know, and he's versatile with instruments with a lot of things. Another person's J-Lo. J-Lo is like,
Feeling it right now.
I love
That's-
J-Lo.
that's what I want
love
to be.
J-Lo.
Like she, from performance-wise to just her whole like empowerment of who she is and what she does, like she's great. I really look up to her too.
And someone that kind of goes kind of with her is also Becky G. She's really young, but she's found her sound and she's found what her niche is. And I really enjoy watching her growth and what she's coming out
Oh, yeah,
with,
Spanish
especially as
image, too.
a Latina artist. It's really cool
Bad
to
Bunny.
see. And Bad Bunny. Yeah, it's cool to see Latino artists branching out and making music.
Yeah, a
with
lot of
all-
people are doing
Well, I was
Spanish
just listening
music.
to Luis Fonsi the other day.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's cool because we are kind of branching into those kind of music, like type of music too, with certain types of artists. You'll see.
Right.
We'll come out with stuff soon.
Right.
So we definitely want to have some more dance, reggaeton kind of vibe.
Yeah, I
trappy
definitely,
kind of
I
vibe.
definitely want to do Spanish music. Like that's not a
That's a
question.
definite.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm
and
dancing
we're
all
gonna-
in that
we're
video.
I definitely
gonna
want to do
come out with
Spanish
that.
music, and not even just like the Spanish music that's popular now, but the Spanish music that we
Yeah.
connected with, Spanish ballads and you know.
Maybe that can be like another song that you can put on the E EP.
Oh no, we
Switch it
we
up,
have
keep 'em
some
international.
stuff. in
Yeah,
the
we have
works.
so
Good
many.
We just
songs.
don't want to give it all away.
Okay,
We
okay.
have so many things that we
Well,
want to
it
put.
sounds like y'all just need to release an album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. It
'Cause-
sounds like y'all need to release an album.
You know-
It's called an EP, but it's kind of like an album, and we'll have some other
Yeah.
stuff on the side too coming out. So there's a lot.
We're trying to
Uh-huh.
have all the songs kind of like, we're trying to like her story. We're trying to tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the theme I guess would be like relationship, because that's where we are, and we're trying to, like, we're gonna show different aspects of relationships. There's the new and exciting relationship. There's that phase when, like, that honeymoon phase and stuff like that, and then there's the dark side of relationships. You know, that everybody can relate to that. So we're trying to tell a story with the songs that we pick.
Right. So how do y'all feel about the state of the industry right now, as far as, you know,
We were
singers
talking about
and
it today.
so like, what would you
I feel
like to
it's
see
very
different?
catty. It's very catty. I don't like the whole pitting people against each other, like who's better, Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, and then they're kind of fighting off. It's just it's all this like social media nonsense.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
just like the numbers and all that stuff. It's not something I personally enjoy about the industry. I know it's there, so we have to kind of deal with it.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a little too catty. I feel like people are not paying attention to what's really important, which is the artists and the music. People are always looking at the tabloids, and it's always been there. Even
Right.
when Michael Jackson, they thought that he was like some kind of monster and that he lived in a chamber or whatever the hell. It's always been about trying to find a story and trying to pick at people, and people should just start focusing on just the art and what they're creating more than just how they look like or what kind of story they can sell.
What's funny is Carrie commented on that, because we have him like on Facebook and stuff, and the other day he posted like, don't confuse talent with good marketing.
Right.
Right? Because, like, there's a lot of people that are great who should be heard, but because they may not have the right connections or the right funds or whatever the case may be, their music is not heard.
Yeah.
You know, because some people get lucky. Like, what is it, Designer, and even Bad Bunny himself. Like, he literally wasn't planning on anything. He just put his song on SoundCloud, I think, and it got the attention of the right people. One song, put it out there. You know, so some people do get lucky like that. Others have to work really hard. But we were talking about it this morning. It was funny that you bring it up. Like, we're like, we love music. We don't like the music business aspect of
I
it.
can understand that.
We know we have to learn it and accept it, because that's, you know, it's like saying you have a product that you love, but if you don't learn the business side of it, you're not gonna
Yeah, and I
succeed.
feel like that happens a lot to artists.
You have to know the business
A lot
side.
of artists nowadays, they're kind of getting tired of dealing with the paparazzis and all that stuff. They just want to make music. And I don't, like I'm going to say it now, I don't ever want to get lost in the whole tabloid stuff. I rather just make music and just create.
Or even putting out music just to put out music.
Yeah.
But
Right.
some people, they don't care what they're dropping as long as they stay relevant.
I don't, and I don't like that. And it's just like, you know, me. I'm a master barber too, and you know, and I always be like, it's that barber that cuts for money, and then it's the barber that cuts and gets money. And that barber that cuts for money is that barber that he's just rushing through your head. You know, he just wants to he's just trying to get his numbers up and get that little money.
Right.
No, the barber that cuts and gets money is that barber that puts his passion, his love into that haircut, you know, and really grooms his client like he's like he's supposed to do. Like, you know, people
And that's how you get money.
want stuff, but they don't want to work for it. You know,
Yeah.
they expect, you know, stuff to be handed to them, or they just, you know, they go about, you know, doing things the wrong way. You know, you really have to, you know, take your time in this industry.
Is that people in this industry think that they're always in competition with other
Yeah.
people. But the thing is, if you're in the industry and you have a talent and you love to make music, you're never in a competition with anybody else but yourself.
Right.
Everybody's like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, they're great rappers, but they're two individual people that rap. You have to stop trying to compete with people or whatever, because you're never going to be that person and
Right.
you're never going to be you.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not a competition. This industry shouldn't be a competition. You should just flow and just create and enjoy what you do if this is what you want to do. And that's why we do it.
Your competition should be you, your best you.
Yeah, because it's like they're trying to put people in a box, like a criteria.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like who's the best rapper, Nicki Minaj or Cardi B? The female rappers based on, you know, verses or whatever the case may be, they're putting them in a box when in reality they're unique in their own ways.
Mm-hmm.
They're two completely, like, they need to celebrate individuality.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They're two completely different people. Cardi has her uniqueness, so does Nicki Minaj. Why should there be a competition in the first place?
Right. And what they could have did in the beginning was just, you know, not even gave in to all this social media nonsense. Because, you know,
Right.
a lot of this stuff is probably typed by some 10-year-old behind a computer starting
Right,
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
feeding into it.
Like, like, all it takes is that one little thing for somebody to say something, and then, you know, it's all over. But, you know, that's also, you know, that you can lose focus like that. But when you hear stuff like that, I mean, you just got to let it go over your head.
Right.
And you got to continue to focus on what you're doing, because you know you're working on your music. And like you said, nobody's going to write your songs for you. Nobody's going to sing your songs for you. Y'all going to do that. So
Yeah.
it doesn't even matter, you know, what people on the outside said. I just went and saw some friends of mine perform earlier this week. And they were talking about, yeah, well, we want to, you know, start doing some, you know, some showcases and this and that for other people. And I'm like, listen, get yourself together first. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Let's work on your project, because, you know, you could bring somebody else in and they got a totally different agenda from what you have. Mm-hmm. And if you already have positive creative energy in what that group that you are in have, then other people, they can wait by the wayside, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And wait their turn, wait till y'all get to that point to where y'all feel like, okay, now we can start doing something. Because when you're just starting in this, man, you just really want to focus on yourself. I don't be meaning to sound selfish, but as soon as he told me that, I was like, man, fuck them. I was like, focus on y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is y'all shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, focus on you, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Only because you're gonna go hard for you. Nobody else is gonna go hard for you like you're gonna go hard for you. You know what you want to write. You know what you want to sing. Y'all know what y'all want to write.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all types of opinions, even after y'all make it and blow up and be multimillionaires and
There'll be a lot
winning
more.
Grammys. Oh, it's gonna be more, because more people gonna know you. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll be 13-year-olds behind that computer typing stuff on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or, so, you know, but that's how it is. You know, like Biggie said it best: more money, more problems. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
But you just gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Roll with the punches.
Yeah, you gotta roll with the punches. You gotta stay focused, because it's a much bigger picture. Yeah. Once you start focusing on what other people are saying about you and what other people are doing, that's when you lose track of yourself.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't care what nobody else is doing but me. You know what I'm saying? When I'm on my grind, like, because I got to do this for me.
Absolutely.
My boy is maybe my best friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he not even going to do it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
You are individuals, and you have, you know.
Everybody has their own agenda.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own journey.
Yeah.
So
It's just, we were talking about this today too. That's just so funny, because we're like, you know, we need to make sure that we have a strong foundation within ourselves.
Yes.
Before anything else happens.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, her story is one thing, but our relationship comes first, and we have to not let any outside source or, you know, tabloids or whatever anybody says affect the core.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know, not saying we ever want to, you know, stop her story yourself, but if it ever got to that, we still need to make sure that the relationship is first.
Right. Because this is y'all.
Yeah.
And y'all can, still do music together without putting it out to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all can still have a beautiful life together and enjoy doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Without even all of that. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people get caught up in this mainstream hype media, you know, on the perception on how they should act, how they should
wanna be
Yeah, you know, but I don't care how anybody perceives me because I know what I'm doing and what I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can only perceive me in one way, and that's positive because that's all I put out there. You can only perceive me in a positive light, putting out hot from the acting, from the TV, from the music, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how you can perceive me because, I mean, that's what I'm doing. But, you know, you're going to have your haters. I got my haters. Thank you. Haters, keep hating. Keep watching me be great. You know what I'm saying?
Haters don't even know you. That's the
They don't
thing.
even know me. They don't even know me.
So.
Like, because people that know me, they like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only people that don't like me is people that you've never met me, and I've never met
And
you,
they
so I
make some
can't
assumptions.
care less. Yeah.
That
That
really
makes no
doesn't make
sense.
sense
Yeah.
at all.
Like, if I don't know you, why? Like,
Well,
what's
that's
my
just
reason?
people caught up in their feelings because, you know, they see somebody else doing something that they want to do or that they can't do.
Someone that loves themselves has no time to hate on anybody
None.
else.
None.
Because they
none.
know deep down that self-love is so big that you have no time to hate on anybody.
None.
can't.
You're too
None.
focused on yourself and
Right.
loving yourself and being positive that you have no time and
Not even
for the
thinking about it.
nonsense. And when you
You
watch
should-
people hate on you, you're like, that person needs self-love. That
Right.
person needs some
People-
time for themselves.
People
Person
tend-
needs a hug.
Yes.
People tend to project their fears and just whatever they're feeling within themselves, they tend to project it on you.
Right.
You know, because it's easier to do that than to actually flip it
Right.
and look at yourself and figure out, well,
Well, it's easy to talk bad about somebody instead of going out and working hard.
or instead of just
You know?
talking bad, not talking bad about yourself, but, you know, it's kind of like AA. You know, like the first step is admitting it. You know, if you've been selfish, if you've been, you know, a fucked up person, the first step is to say, I've been a fucked up person.
Yeah.
And then,
yes.
you know,
And a lot of people can't do that. And a lot of people, I think if a lot of people really said that to themselves, that they would be like, damn.
Because they're
I
not ready
am.
to do the work.
Right.
Once you're ready, then
Right.
you have no problem admitting it.
We're always ready to do work here because this is the Actors Cut. That's what we do. We come here, we put in work, we make things happen. Before we run out of time, I want y'all to give them your information, your contact information, where they can get a hold of you at. If they anybody wants to do any collabs, paying collabs. You know what I'm saying?
We are always down to make music.
Yeah.
So
paying or not paying. If
Right,
we
right.
if we like
we
it,
love to create, but you know,
Yeah.
sometimes it's good paying. But you can find us on
well, our
Instagram.
social media, we have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, also YouTube. The info is at Duo HERSTORY. So DUO HERSTORY. You know, because the name HERSTORY was already taken, so we had to add the duo to it. And that's for all of them, for Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and also
Where can they
check
find
out
your
our
music?
videos.
they can find our music on iTunes, Spotify,
Amazon.
pretty much all digital platforms. If you go on our page, we have the link. Our latest
click on
single is on song.link. Yeah, song.link/Fancy Cars. That's our latest single and video. So if you go over there, it'll give you like all the platforms that you could get it on.
So go check it out.
You got that?
Yes.
Check it out. Don't get left out.
Don't get left out.
We here on the Actors Cut.
Right
I want
now.
her story. I'm your host, Hubert Guy. My wonderful guest, thank you
We're
so
Her
much for
Story.
coming through.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. Until we meet again, the Actors Cut. Peace.
At a piece too.
Awesome.
23:21. Yo, where's the red light?
The red light is